31. It is day 366 of 366. We made it to the end of 2024. Now, I don't know about you, but the common consensus is 2024 was a doozy, but it was a lit doozy. It was a good time. We lived the best of times and the worst of times. I mean, I don't know what to say about 2024, but I did post a video of my ode to 2024. I had some things to say, and I will link that in the description of this live. But it's day 31. So what I'm going to talk about today is December. December felt like 3 months in one. December 1st came and it was event, fun time, good time, everything. And then it was like I went on the cruise, came back from the cruise, went to brunch, boom, we here, the end is here. So what is a girl to do? Me and my kids and my chosen family, we sat down and we did our compass, which I did link it in yesterday's live. We did our year-end compass, which is where you reflect on the previous year and then you write out what you want for the new year. Oh, I was gonna read off some of my things from my compass, but like for example, it say how will I make my space cozy, and I actually met that. I made my space cozy by adding one of the things that I said I would do was add curtains, and I did that. Or it says, well, what's 3 things you would do every morning? And my 3 things would be walking, having tea, and stretching. And I did that for the most part of this year. There was so many. If you hear what sounds to be like the popping, it's the fireworks. It's New Year's Eve. The people probably gonna be popping till 8 o'clock in the morning. But with that being said, there's so much to explore. I'm actually thrilled and looking forward to 2025 because 2024 really came in here and was like, girl, you finna have a good time, but I'm finna take you on a ride of your life, and you finna have a wild time. And so essentially that's what happened. If you see me looking down, I actually got these color sheets from when I was on the cruise, and I'm coloring one of them right now. It's actually, I'm not coloring that one. I'm coloring this current pattern. And I was cleaning up and we found these. Today kind of went a little something like this. Yesterday we went to bed pretty late. I didn't go to sleep till like 4, and for no other reason other than we was up late doing our compass, and then when it was time for me to lay down, I just felt like I couldn't go to sleep. I don't know if it was the anxiety of anticipating the new year or the fact that my brain was rustling and grumbling about all of the things that I have planned for the year. I typically think about the things I have planned all the time. Like my brain doesn't know how to turn off from them. So I'm excited about some of the things that I have planned, some of the things that I'm getting ready to put into action for me and my family. And I'm ready to have another good time, some more fun, plan more trips, take more short trips, take more long trips, live a life that I don't need a vacation from the life that I don't need to vacation from. I don't know, but it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a great time. And eventually what I will do is, I don't know if today is the day that I should tell you my word for the new year. I think I have to tell you the word in the new year. That's just how it works for me. If you go back to the very first episode that we posted over here on Black Girl Say Something, at the time we only had, if I do a little quick reflection, we only had maybe 17 or 30 followers. We didn't have a lot of followers because I couldn't even go live. And now from the beginning of the 2024 to now, we have 300, I believe, and 45 followers, subscribers now. My goals, some of my goals for Black Girl Say Something is definitely always going to be merch. I am an entrepreneur by nature. It's going to be some sort of merch. But right now, the podcast does really well with people who come on, who are subscribers, paid subscribers. And what happens as a paid subscriber is you get access to other episodes. They don't drop monthly, but sometimes I drop so many of them at a time because I might tell you something over on the episode that I'm like, hey, I'm going to tell y'all more on the subscriber side. Because again, a lot of it is not necessarily confidentiality, but I just I don't want to tell you all my business, not for the free. Like, come on now. So, so something got to give, right? This is why we do what we do. We talk on these shows, we get on podcasts. And again, anything that I'm going to say or talk about is mine to talk about. I'm never going to, especially if it's something concerning my kids. It's funny because we were at the park yesterday and I was on live and I was talking about how 2024 came in here and was like, girl, you're not going to be a gymnast no more. And it's like, 2024, why would you do that to my daughter? I ought to beat you up for that. And the reality is, only God knows, everything happens for whatever reason it happens. But essentially, my daughter was like on the live and she's like, I'm letting y'all know I gave her consent to talk about that. And yeah, it's true. She did. She gave me consent to talk about it. A lot of times there's things, the content practically just writes itself. When we talk about Black Girl Say Something, who is Black Girl Say Something? I'm the Black girl with something to say. And it is, for those of you who it's your first time here, it is my current self talking to my future self. So when my future self listens back to my past self, I can document the growth. And sometimes it serves as a reminder. So there was a point in time where I kept talking about keep the boundaries, keep the boundaries, keep the boundaries. I know the people who are listening are like, okay, girl, we're going to keep our boundaries. But it's me saying, okay, girl, thank you for the reminder. I'm keeping my boundaries. Black Girl Say Something originated as a way to find peace within myself and document my growth through a process of where I'm working through a lot of things. I'm working through post-trauma, current trauma, past trauma, life in general, growing, getting older, being a mom, being a better mom, being a working mom, being a business owner mom, being the boundary mom, having boundaries. And, my friend said to me, I'm so proud that you were handling things by yourself, but you were able to make time for yourself. And I think, as a full-time mom, single mom, whatever you want to call it, I think it's important for single parents or whatever to know, make time for yourself, find time for yourself, because if you are better mentally, physically, and emotionally, then your children will be better physically, mentally, and emotionally. And you can, you don't want to deal with them from a place of frustration. You don't want to talk to them harshly, even though they might do it to you, because, they're still learning and they're still growing. But with love and kindness is the only way, like, that you can, like, really work through a lot of the things that we're having to work through in this life. Going back to being a Black girl with something to say, it's all about me being able to say what I gotta say. The right to say what I have to say, the want to say what I have to say, nobody to silence me. I don't have to feel like I'm walking on eggshells. I don't have to divert from my purpose. I can be purposeful and have intentions and have clear boundaries. And that's what makes me happy. So, whatever you want for yourself for 2025, write it down. I got my thing locked, tied, and sewed up. I got the year compass that we did. I got the bingo card, my digital vision board. I don't have any updates to make to it other than to add the year 2025 to it and one other affirmation. What else? My son made a gold bingo card. I think my daughter wants to make one too, so we're going to probably work on that in a little bit. But with that being said, I thank everybody who's been rocking with Black Girl Say Something, from TikTok to Facebook to over here on YouTube. I think, building that community is so important. And even on Spotify, I checked my Spotify the other day, because we're on Spotify, we're on Apple, we're on iHeartRadio, we're on Podvine, and like so many other different podcast hosting platforms that I don't check all of them regularly. But I decided to log in and check. It's the end of the year, as one would do. to kind of see where we're at, and they listening. So Black Girl Say Something is on an international scale. They're listening, as well as all of the platforms are generating numbers. And on Spotify allows you the opportunity to follow the podcast. So we have followers on Spotify as well, so you can also follow us there. But as always, I'll leave some links in the description of this episode, and you can please make sure you interact with them. If you already follow us on TikTok, go ahead and interact with some of the videos. Drop a purple heart if you've made it to this point in the video, and let me know that you are still tuning in and listening. As well as, if you go over to TikTok, interact with the video, give it a like, give it a purple heart. Go over to Facebook, give that a like, interact with some of the content that's over there. We have the subscriber only episodes that drop very frequently, and they're going to drop even more as time goes on. And you want to catch it today because the price is going up tomorrow. That's just how, new year, new everything. Things have to change. But with that being said, yeah, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for listening. As you can clearly see, I'm probably not going to make it to midnight. So, thank you for the happiest. Yes. Oh, God. I was going to do it, but I couldn't remember how to do the 2, 1. Alright. But with that being said, yeah, clearly y'all see I'm not gonna make it. Let me tell y'all what happened today. We switched around. So the back end of my house is split into 2 sections, my family room and my office. And so we did a whole swap-a-rooney. Swap-a-roochie. Okay. We did a swap-a-situation. And so because we did this big old swap, I'm tired. And I'm a girl, and as girls do, they have a thing every month. And so that started today. So happy New Year's to me. I guess cycle 12 of 12. Woohoo. It's not TMI, because guess what? I'm a Black girl with something to say, and I have a doctorate in health science, and I can tell you about those things. So my daughter's over there saying tea is too much information. But with that, with that being said, yeah. So that's everything. Everything will be everything. And I'll catch y'all. You know what I'm going to do? If I go live, I don't know if I want to go live. Going live every day for the month of December was fun, but it's such a commitment. Be on the lookout for a few videos that are going to drop. So there was some TikTok lives that I think you all would enjoy over here on YouTube. So I did download them from TikTok to post them here. So those are going to be dropping in the next couple of days. As well as I will be going live tomorrow, just as a happy new year, and to give you what my word of the year was, because I told you 2024 I had said for it to give me more, and it definitely was like, girl, what did you talk about? I'm gonna link my very first YouTube episode in the description of this live as well, so you can go back and watch it and see like how far I've come. Because at first I was really on the camera, I felt like I was a little camera shy, and now I think I'm just like, it's one thing to record your podcast in the darkness of your room with your microphone where nobody could see you. It's another thing to get on in front of the camera and have to like divulge your podcast and your personality and put your wig on and get dressed and all of that. It's a lot that come with that. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here with me through 2024. I appreciate you. The podcast appreciates you. Thank you. That's all I got left to say, y'all. So catch me next time. And definitely interact with the links in the description of this live. Till next time.